Hello, everyone. I am Gautam Pasari, founder and CEO of ValueHub. Most manufacturing companies spend about 50% of their revenue on direct material procurement. Direct material cost savings are among the top targets for their procurement team. Yet, today, direct material procurement is done over emails and spreadsheets. Buyers lack visibility into what are the key cost drivers for the products what they are buying. This is a huge blind spot, resulting in manufacturing company paying on an average 30% more than they should. This is where True ValueHub solution fits in. Our patented AI-native solution helps buyers identify what is the true cost of manufacturing a product at the supplier. Now, just with a few clicks, the buyers can identify what the product should cost, what the product could cost if an alternate supplier, alternate manufacturing process, alternate material is used, and what is the best cost for the product when DFX methodologies are applied. Buyer can invite other team members or suppliers for them to collaborate on the solution. They can identify alternate suppliers from a database of about 350,000 suppliers globally, and they can run automated ERFX events. So here is an example of a product which was sourced on our solution. So this is a complex assembly with 100+ different components made of casting, machining, sheet metal, different types of parts, manufactured with tens of different grades of material, hundreds of different specs and manufacturing process steps. Our tool was able to take this complex assembly and create a very detailed should cost model, including latest duties and tariff, in less than 10 minutes. The resulting effect was the buyer was not only able to mitigate the price increase from the supplier, but they were also able to achieve $150,000 in cost savings from this exercise. Most of our customers range from Fortune 100 to large and medium-sized companies with spend in mechanical, electromechanical, and electronics. We are a superstar team with deep expertise in procurement, technology, and engineering. What the team has done is we have tackled a very complex category, and we are enabling procurement teams to do more, drive better results with fewer resources. Thank you.
Amazing. 18 seconds left. You were fast. That's very good. Are you ready for your Q&A now?
Very much.
Very much?
Yes.
Well, looking that way, do you have a question for? Yes, I see a question over there.
Yeah, I really like the presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really, really interesting company, and especially the value that you're providing by processing this CAD, these CAD pictures, or let's say these designs, right? Current AI limitations do not allow for such formats, and you are pioneering on using or allowing this format files, right? So some critics will say, is that the main value? Do you go beyond that? Do you plan to expand to other formats that are currently not being able to be processed by state-of-the-art language models? What is your take on this?
Yes, very much. A very good question. So we currently support 30 different CAD formats. So any CAD formats, native, neutral CAD formats the tool can take. We also support PDFs. So if the CAD format is not there, if we have PDFs, we support those. With PDFs, there is some amount of manual work involved. CAD formats is fully automated. We can even read through images. If we just have an image of a part, even a hand-drawn sketch that can be read through. Anything which a human eye can read, the AI can read. When we don't have CAD, there is some amount of manual work involved, but the CAD is fully automated.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Next question?
So super impressive tech. You know, the path to value creation through the clean sheet cost modeling is pretty clear. Can you talk a little bit more about how you help customers reduce Scope 3 emissions?
Very much. So very good question. So our tool also provides detailed visibility into Scope 3 emissions at a material, manufacturing, packaging, and logistics. So this is not a top-down approach, but this is a bottoms-up approach based on what grade of material has been used, how much of material is getting used, how much of material is getting to waste, what was the cycle time at a manufacturing process, how much energy is getting used in this manufacturing process. So it's a very detailed, so the customer can run various kind of scenario analysis that if I go with this supplier, I'm using this kind of machine, it's going to cost me this much, and this is my CO2. If I go with supplier B, it may cost me slightly more, but my CO2 is half. So they can do that comparison for which CO2 emission they should pick and how much it is going to cost them.
Thanks. I see a question over here.
Thank you. I might have a related question, but I think I understand how, well, in basic terms, how your system does a should costing on things like raw materials and energy consumption. How do you incorporate kind of softer things like supplier innovation, engineering know-how? How does your system deal with something like that?
Very much. That's an excellent question as well. So that is a difficult problem to crack because a certain supplier may be able to produce the same item in 5 trials. Another supplier may take 20 different trials for them to. So in our supplier directory, we are collecting customer feedback and we are generating customer ratings on different criteria. That's the way for the customer to see that a supplier may be costing low. They may have the same certification as another supplier, but the performance of another supplier is better, which cannot be quantified in terms of dollars.
Maybe one question regarding the carbon emission. If I got it right, then you also include the carbon emission of the products you buy from a supplier. How do you calculate this carbon emission? I mean, you probably do not have real data from the suppliers that has to be calculated in a way. How you are going to do this?
Very much. So there are 2 levels of calculation. One is we have a database of what is the carbon associated with various grades of material, grades of alloys, what is the level of carbon based on the type of power getting utilized in a particular region. But those are region-specific data. Like if we are making some part in Texas, what is the carbon associated with based on what type of energy is usually used. Then we also provide that the buyer can invite the supplier, and supplier can build their footprint, that what kind of power they are using, what kind of material they are using, where the material is originally getting sourced from. A material coming from China versus a material sourced locally, the carbon emission is very different. So they can customize this to get a very supplier-specific carbon on the solution.
Excellent.